What could be verse? Hello and welcome to the Bard. Today I'm going to take you through something that I would take my actors through when I direct a Shakespeare play, and that is a verse session. I didn't come up with the term, I've heard others use it, but it accurately describes what it is that we're trying to do, which is to dig deep into Shakespeare's text to kind of uncover the clues that are there so the actors can make better choices. Right? This is the first of many verse sessions to come, and because there's a lot to uncover in Shakespeare's text. Today we're just starting at the beginning. In fact, we're not even going to read anything. We're just going to look at the text. Now, just so that we're all on the same page, and I want to remind everybody that Shakespeare wrote most of the plays in blank verse. Poetry that doesn't rhyme, sometimes it rhymes. More on that later. And then he wrote the rest in prose. Right now, verse is poetry, and so it has structure, it has rules, right? Like so many syllables per line, 10, sometimes more, sometimes less. More on that later. And also a preference for the way the syllables are arranged, right? Unstressed stress, unstressed stress, to be or not to be, da dum, da dum, da dum. Those are also known as iambs, which is where we get the term iambic pentameter. Now, prose is something that most people can recognize because it looks like the way we write today. What are you going to do about that? Well, you can tell verse and prose just by looking at it. Right? Verse is poetry. It has certain line length, and the beginning of each line is capitalized like this. Right? Prose, on the other hand, like I said, looks like the way we write today. It goes from margin to margin, and not every first word on each line is capitalized. It looks like this. Prose was used a lot for exposition, disguises, jokes. The fools and the clowns most frequently are speaking in prose. Verse, as I said before, is poetry, structure, rules. So it is speech under pressure. And so the character is in this heightened state of emotion, this heightened state of reality. Now, if you add another layer of rules on top of that, so not only are you speaking in verse, but now you're speaking in rhyming verse, it's another set of rules on top of that. So the character is even more heightened emotionally. And finally, it's important to note when the characters change from verse to prose or prose to verse, because that means something happened to make them change. And you, the actor, have to find out what that is. My favorite example of that is in Much Ado About Nothing. In the beginning, Beatrice and Benedict both speak to each other in prose. And then the play gets moving along and they are tricked into thinking the other one loves them, and they begin speaking to each other in verse. And you can see that happen on the page, and you, the actor, gets to make the choices that help bring that part of the story to the audience's eye. That's cool. What are some of your favorite prose and verse changes? Let me know below.